We're finished with Mission 3.
I'm so excited to get back to Canada. When I was a kid, we used to go camping in the Canadian Rockies. Just think, Canada and the U.S. share a border that's over 5,000 miles long.
Yeah, that's something. The longest border between two countries in the world, right?
Winter here in Quebec can get pretty chilly.
Well, even though Ottawa is the capital of Canada, Quebec City is a very popular place, even when it's this cold.
And most of the people in Quebec have French ancestry, don't they? Anyhow, the chief said this is where Carmen Sandiego's transmission came from. Let's get moving to stay warm.
And keep our eyes peeled for clues as to where that Moko Gong has been stashed.
That's an interesting wolf statue over there. We should go check it out.
Alright, so we're here in Quebec trying to figure out where Carmen could be. She just stole something from Japan. What's this?
The envelope's empty, but what do you suppose this word means? Didn't I read in your Acme profile that you're a linguistics expert?
We all have our strengths, Hawkins, and I do try to pick up some language in my travels. Something tells me that's a Zulu word. I'll note it in my journal. But checking your database might help us find out where it's from.
Okay, well, let's check.
No luck. Maybe we should check the spelling.
I might have spelled it incorrectly. Okay. Oh, it's not there in the database. Okay, so it was Ngonyama.
No luck. Maybe we should check the spelling.
Wow, my database has nothing on it. Oh no.
Le Chateau Frontenac. It's one of Quebec City's most famous landmarks.
Yep, named for the first French governor of the city. It was built in 1893 by the Canadian Pacific Railway. My parents used to love staying there.
I seem to remember that Carmen hung out there too.
It looks really fancy.
Oh yes, I remember. Carmen always used to talk about her concerns for the environment.
Well, she's not very concerned about us, that's for sure.
What's this?
What is this?
It sure is a strange note. Makes me think it's got something to do with Carmen, though. It's so near her plaque on the wolf statue.
Good thinking, Jules. Let's hang on to it. Maybe it'll help us track down that fish gong.
I bet it's a clue for a puzzle later on. Carmen loves leaving clues.
Canada's flag features a leaf from its most famous tree, the maple. Thick stone walls, steep copper roofs, axe-hewn beams. Man, they knew how to build houses back then.
Yeah, Quebec contains some of the continent's oldest buildings. In fact, the oldest street in Canada is in Lower Quebec.
Vast natural resources like forestry, minerals, oil, and gas keep Canada's economy going.
Vast quantities of coffee would keep me going right now. I'm still getting used to the time change.
This phone is out of order. Maybe it'll be fixed later.
A phone.
Vast natural resources.
80% of the people in Quebec have French ancestry.
So I guess that means I better check the translator in my database and brush up on my French.
Okay, he does have a translator. Where was that translator?
ساعدني أنا آسف.
Je suis désolé. Au voleur!
Stop, thief!
Au voleur!
À vouloir!
Détective! Appelez la police!
Call the police, detectives. St. Louis Carousel. That's some dramatic music for a carousel door. I imagine we're going to be coming back here. Carmen did say, oh, I'm going to send you around in circles. So presumably we're going to have to go back and forth between so many places. But where is our next destination? Let's see, we have the Zulu word. Maybe if we just look up Zulu. The Zulus are from South Africa. So let's go to South Africa.
This is so weird. Did you know that South Africa has 3 capitals?
Their system of government was set up by the British.
But why 3? Isn't one enough?
Well, Cape Town is legislative, where they make laws. Pretoria is the administrative capital, and Bloemfontein is the judicial. You know, for their courts.
Cape Town is unbelievable.
I thought you'd like it here.
That flat mountain over there must be Table Mountain, right?
Yeah. For hundreds of years, it's been a landmark for sailors rounding the southern coast of Africa.
The waterfront looks like a good place to sniff out some clues. The sort of place Carmen Sandiego might hang out.
Yeah, she's probably left all sorts of clues here.
The Victoria and Alfred waterfront here is a really popular destination for tourists and Capetonians alike. It has tons of shops and restaurants.
Just the sort of place for a vile agent to disappear into the crowd.
Nelson Mandela gave his historic address the day before he was inaugurated as South Africa's first black president in 1994, right here at the Cape Town City Hall.
What's this door?
He'll call you at the phone booth near the Chateau Frontenac. 7:00 p.m. Be there.
That's Carmen Sandiego. I know it. We gotta break the door down.
Hold on, Hawkins. You have no idea what you might be walking into. It might be a trap. Write down the message. But don't touch that door. We may hear something else important.
Well, at least let's try to intercept that call. Chief, we'll be needing an Acme XM1 tracking device.
Good thinking, Hawkins. The Acme headquarters in Cape Town can give you what you need. Head for the electronics store on the waterfront.
Will do, Chief. Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, Carmen's already leaving in her helicopter.
It's Carmen!
What did I tell you? Chief, we spotted her again. Chopper heading north from Cape Town waterfront.
Roger that, Hawkins. We'll try and follow her on our scopes.
Man, one of these days. What were you thinking, Jules? Did you want her to get away?
Well, maybe it's just as well she did. I'm counting on her leading us to something a lot bigger than we can imagine.
She's just playing games with us. I can't wait to see her safely behind bars.
Unfortunately, Hawkins, it may not be anytime soon. Her helicopter mysteriously disappeared from our radar somewhere north of Table Mountain. Keep following her trail. Finding that Moko Gong is critical to figuring out what Carmen Sandiego is really up.
Maybe this message can help. Put it in your clue storage. I'm making a note of it in my journal.
That was an interesting line of dialogue there, where Hawkins accused Jules of still working with Carmen, trying to let her get away. Is she a traitor? Well, no, I don't think she's a traitor, but that would be a great plot twist.
They're not here anymore. I knew we should have broken down that door when we had the chance.
Yeah. Okay, so the electronics store. Well, I can see it right here.
According to my briefing, this is a secret Acme field office. The Acme XM1 call tracking device. No successful agent should ever be without one. I'll make room for this in my vest for sure.
So we'll use this to track. When we intercept that phone call, we'll figure out where the other person is standing. That's what we'll use this device for. Excellent. And what else do we have here?
Evidently, Table Mountain was a landmark throughout history for ships traveling around the Cape from the Atlantic to the Indian Oceans.
And what's here?
Look, at the top of the carousel, that symbol again.
Aha.
Carmen loves these kinds of puzzles. This has got to be something we need to complete, but I don't think we have all the pieces yet.
I imagine this is what we have to do. We need to find all 5 of these pieces to solve this puzzle to finish this mission.
Kruger National Park is a world-famous game reserve. I'd love to see it. Carmen was always talking about it.
Look, a lecture on Shaka. He was king of the Zulus during the early 1800s, revolutionizing warfare in South Africa with his ideas on encircling the enemy.
Wish he was still around. He could give us a few tips on how to encircle Carmen.
That's the world's largest gold field, covering about 1,000 square miles. Incredible!
Wow, that's amazing.